Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're going to love it.
Now we don't know what's actually happening.
Well, it's definitely a learning process.
It is definitely a learning process.
So, but once I go home, I'll let you know what that sounds like and stuff like that. I mean,
well, at least the audio through the phone, like me hearing you, perfectly clear.
oh,
Like
your
sounded
audio
like,
was perfectly clear.
it sounded like me and you were just talking on the phone like normal.
Yeah.
So
Now there was times where it sounded awkward because I had like an echo.
Yeah, but
Like if I was close enough to hear you talk, I had an echo.
Yeah, but hopefully the person that we're calling is not going to be in the house with us. If they are, that would be a problem.
They're calling from inside the house.
The call came from inside the house.
Oh, Lord.
The Daily Biker Podcast horror story.
Yeah.
My motorcycle didn't start, and then the call came from inside the house.
So, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I am your clueless leader. Today, we're going to go on a learning journey, and I have Daniel.
Hey there. I wish we were video recording. That would have been
Because Muffin's not here.
Yeah, just the hand sweep.
Yeah, for those of you that can't see, Daniel and I are the only ones that can. I swept to where Muffin normally sits at, and then just swept my hand right back to Daniel. Muffin is not here because it is 10:30 in the morning, and that is before her wake up call.
Yes, we have recorded early before like this.
We have recorded earlier than this before, though.
I think there was one time we got together at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Well, and not even counting the barbecue days where we're doing the smoking.
The smoking hour?
The smoking hour at
man.
like what,
That's
5:30?
like at 5 o'clock, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll call it 5:30.
Yeah.
Because we got the meat on.
Because we
and
were
going.
doing stuff when we actually started recording. It was we had to get fire going.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually not early. Like if this was a Saturday and we were going to do stuff afterwards,
yeah.
like Muffin would be here and all this other stuff.
Yeah, we'd be recording at 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
But this is Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day, so we have later stuff going
I
on.
was at church with Mom this morning, and between being with Mom this morning and then going to a Mother's Day / graduation / round of birthday celebration, we're doing it all in one fell swoop.
Makes it easy. You
Yeah,
don't
well,
then
so-
you don't have to you can get everybody together one time.
Right. Well, since today is Mother's Day, okay,
Yes.
that takes care of my mom.
Yep.
That takes care of Leslie, Justin's wife.
Okay.
That takes care of Tabitha, Braylon's wife.
Yep.
That takes care of Jessica, Adam's wife. That also, so there's your mom's.
Yep.
Anna graduated college.
Ah, yeah. So got to get
So
that
graduation.
celebration.
Anna's birthday is May 14th.
Yeah.
Ian's birthday is May 20th.
Yours is
May 28th.
Yep.
And Colton's is May 20th.
So there you go. You just knock everything out.
Oh, yeah. We have 4 birthdays, 3 Mother Days, and a graduation.
Just have a bunch of birthday cakes floating around, a Mother's Day cake.
I don't think there's going to be any of that stuff.
I hope you get flowers today.
We're gonna have gifts get confused with each other.
What are we doing here today?
We've got we're gonna have hamburgers and hot dogs,
And you're gonna wear a graduation cap.
and I elected to bring drinks.
There you go.
So I have
Do you need water? I have a bunch of bottled water in there.
I've already went to the store and got my drinks.
There you go.
I have 2 gallons of Milo's sweet tea.
Can't beat that.
I have 4 2-liters. The standard Coca-Cola 2-liter. So
Is it Dr. Thunder?
So I got no. I was going to pick up RC because it was buy 2 get 1, and she was like, Heather goes, everybody will look at you, and I'm like, eh. And
What's wrong? What's wrong with RC?
I go, me and all my brothers will dive into it. I was like, you might be raised on Coca-Cola, but by God, I was raised on RC.
RC's great. I have no problem with RC Cola.
So, but I got the standard 4 selection: Coke, Dr. Pepper,
Sprite,
and Cherry Coke.
Fair enough.
Because I don't buy diet beverages.
No one should buy diet beverages.
No.
If you're drinking a soda, just drink a soda.
If you want a Diet Coke, go grab a bottle of water.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't make that choice.
I mean, literally, like if you're drinking, here's the thing about it. What we've learned in recent years, if you are going, I need to cut back on soft drinks, so I'm going to drink a diet soft drink. No. If you need to cut back on soft drinks, just don't drink a soft drink.
Yeah, you're not cutting back with a diet soda.
Right. Nothing against people that have that in their mindset, but like, look at what's going on in the world of like health and food right now. Because, I mean, our whole life, it's the watch out for how much salt you take in. And now they're going,
salt's actually not bad for you.
You're having a salt deficiency. And
well, I mean, that's how it always goes. It's like everything. There's always ups and downs.
Yeah.
Speaking of ups and downs, though, KTM still got more issues because they didn't actually get bailed out. I was reading a news article yesterday about it. So they're going back. It's like $1.28 billion that they need to pay back. They thought it was going to be Bajaj that was going to bail them out, but I guess that deal hasn't gone through yet.
They had a verbal commitment.
They had a verbal commitment, not an actual contract, and they've opened and shut plants like every other day from what it seems like. So the financial issues, it's the same issue. It just hasn't been solved yet.
It's so funny.
Which who knows? I'd imagine it's going to come down to the last hour that they have to pay it back, and then somebody's going to step in. They're hoping they can get. So. I mean, I would hope so too. I don't want to see a brand like KTM go away.
Well,
I don't think it will.
It's like the Indian conversation where, I'm not necessarily a fan of Indian, but it is a legacy brand.
Yeah.
And KTM is also a legacy brand.
I agree. So that would be like any other major company. Like if all of a sudden Kawasaki said we're not making motorcycles anymore, our company's insolvent.
Well, right. And the thing about it is when you look at people like Kawasaki and Honda and Yamaha and Suzuki, and people go, oh, well, they're much larger than KTM. And KTM's older.
Not older than Honda.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
We're talking pre-World War II. We're not talking about motorcycle manufacturing. KTM was around long before they made motorcycles, too.
Well, no, so was Honda, Kawasaki. Actually, they've been around for a long time. I think Honda started in like the 1800s.
I thought the Cub, though, their first bike wasn't until the 50s.
They made some Japanese domestic bikes and things. They also made airplanes.
Well, I thought the first Cub, though, was not until the 50s. Their first motorized vehicle.
I want to say you're right. Late 40s, early 50s.
Or let's rephrase that. Their first vehicle. Because that's the thing.
Yeah. Well, an airplane is a vehicle.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Yeah. But
if we count that, then KTM was manufacturing vehicles too.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about just motorcycles, I think, KTM might actually be older as far as motorcycle
but
production.
You get my point.
Yes, I do.
Like everybody, they think like 70s.
Yeah.
No. I meet people that think 70s.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
pre-World
War II.
Yeah. I want to say KTM originally was it was like late 20s, early 30s.
I know they did bicycles.
Yeah, I know they did bicycles, and I think they had motorized bicycles at the same time, or even earlier than that.
Well, so I don't think they were making the motorized bicycles. I think he was making bicycles, but he was also making bicycles that people were like specifically designed to turn into motorized bicycles.
Yes, I think you're right.
He wasn't doing it as a solid production thing. I just know the whole deal about where he was, like his town kicked him out when World War II.
So 1934 was when KTM was founded, and they were making bicycles at the time.
I mean, that's like Nintendo being founded in like 1890.
Which is crazy to think about.
And people go, well, they didn't make games. They made playing cards.
They made
dominoes. They made like playing cards, and I say dominoes. It wasn't dominoes. It was the
mahjong tiles. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Nintendo was founded 30 years after the American Civil War.
Well, I saw something that said like Nintendo's as old as like, what is it, the Ming Dynasty or whatever, where the samurais come from.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Nintendo was founded when
There were still samurais. Yes. The last samurai could have played something branded Nintendo.
Correct.
Like cards branded Nintendo.
correct.
Which is crazy. Because we've talked about that before. Like,
Messes with your perception of time.
messes with your perception of time. 1949 was Honda's first motorcycle. It was the D-Type. It was the original Dream.
Oh. So what was the first Cub? I thought they made a Cub before a Dream.
Well,
It's got to be right around that same. I'm thinking it's like 55 for a Cub. I could be early on that too.
which I'd imagine, it might be 56.
Oh. Man, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was so far off.
But it was the same engine that they were putting in the Dream.
I can't believe that.
Or the Type D.
How did I fail? I
know.
failed by 12 entire months.
I know. I really, that's disappointing.
Out of all of history.
Out of all of history.
That one guy that's mad about the 1,000 cc's. The sports risk.
I can't listen to this anymore. These people just don't know their information.
I missed it by 12 months off the top of my head.
And we don't have this. We didn't know we were going to talk about this today either, so we didn't prepare anything. Like,
No.
I just happened to look that up on my phone while we're talking about it. So
Speaking of the history of stuff,
yeah,
we're in either the 38th or 39th year of Nightfall.
yes,
Yeah. I can't remember which one she said it was. I don't know if she was saying it'd been going for 38 years or if this was year 38.
that I don't know.
But either way,
I haven't been around that long.
I have. I don't remember it when she was like 38 years. I was like, what? I don't remember this when I was a kid.
But so obviously we were not present at the first Nightfall of the year because we were down watching racing.
A lot of people weren't present at the first Nightfall of the year.
Well, it was also flooding downtown. So it's a good reason. Now, there were a few
the dealership was present at the first Nightfall.
Yes, I just imagine Sean sitting there in the trailer like, I'm not even getting out of this thing.
So did you see my post that I made for the dealership? I
maybe.
posted a picture and I was like, it's the second week of Nightfall, but it's more like the first. Thank you for everybody that came out.
Yeah, I did see that.
Because Waldo climbed up on top of the Jumpstart.
I did
took
see
a photo.
Well, I saw a couple of those photos. I was like, man, that's actually pretty, you get everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're extending the parking for next week.
Which is nice because that area filled up quite quickly. And I'm glad to see that.
Yeah.
Obviously it's nowhere near as much parking as we used to get with Nightfall.
Oh, we're getting what we used to get.
Are we? Like, so
Everything.
Sweet. Well, because it's tough.
We're still going to leave our tent where we had it.
Yeah,
on that
which
corner.
is fine. Which, I mean, Honda always had theirs just a little bit over. Still.
Well, they were on the opposite corner.
Yeah, but I mean, even Friday, there were a lot of people coming in and leaving early because there's nowhere for them to park, and they were kind of blocked off from going to the other areas.
Yeah.
So opening that up, great, and there was a big turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, that entire section was full and then started filling up everywhere else, which is great. I'm glad to see that.
It was a good time.
Because I know we've talked about it between ourselves, but it seems like bike events have kind of dwindled over the past 2 years. All the bike nights, it used to be huge. Now it's 4 or 5 bikes show up or 10 bikes.
I talked to several people that were at Nightfall that they were like, well, we saw stuff about Nightfall, and we were like, oh, we're not going to go. And then we saw stuff where we weren't parking on Georgia Avenue, so we were all like, let's go to Nightfall.
Yeah. Well, Georgia Avenue was a mistake to begin with. They were just
100%.
they were trying to move the bikes away from it.
Well, they were trying to get the bikes away from the music.
Yeah. But people go there to look at bikes. They don't listen to music. Did you listen to the music?
There was music.
Yeah, exactly.
I was working.
Yes.
So I wasn't paying much attention to anything but who and what bikes were there.
Exactly. That's what really mattered.
I did pay attention to that 39 flathead.
That was a cool bike.
Yeah.
That was a really cool bike.
He actually, I talked to him a little bit. He said he's had it for 6 years.
Okay.
And he's put 10,000 miles on it in the 6 years.
That's impressive for
It is impressive for a bike
that
that's
bike.
almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that bike is 87 years old.
Which, I mean, I don't think I can do 10,000 miles when I'm 87.
I'll be happy. Well, we can ask Jeff.
Yeah.
We can ask Jeff.
Yeah.
So, I did ask him if he remembered when that bike came out.
He said you did.
Yeah. He said he had one as a kid.
Yeah.
Got a brand new one when I was 16. So, yeah, no. So we have that going on.
Yep. And I'm glad that the weather actually cooperated.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of gross yesterday. It's gross today. It's been raining off and on for the past week.
I rode this morning. I
Did
didn't
you?
ride here, but I rode this morning.
Oh, well, I would hope so, because that's a really weird Jeep-shaped Harley.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of really weird Jeep-shaped Harleys out there, believe it. Also,
Yep.
this year, 25 years since Harley came out with the Gray Ghost.
Yep. And I saw it. Did you guys get one in at the
We have
dealership?
one at the dealership.
I've seen a bunch of pictures of it.
Yeah.
Now, I really like how it looks. I just worry about you riding in a bright sunny day.
Yeah, someone already mentioned about what happens if you go to get on that bike and it's just like sun's been beating down on it all day.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 1,000 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it looks really cool.
That is 100% not a, hey, this is my only motorcycle bike.
Yeah, that can't be.
No.
That's got to be you got to wait for that cloudy day where it's nice outside.
There would have been nothing wrong with that bike just being gray.
Yeah, if they had done a high polished gray, like a silver gray, that would have looked really cool. I like the
it
yellow
didn't have to be
chrome. And I know me and you have talked about this. Maintaining chrome
Yes.
is
Well, there's two spots on that whole bike that's not chrome.
and they're yellow.
No. Shockingly not chrome.
Is it the on the front forks,
The lowers on the front forks
Yeah.
are not chrome.
which would be a strange choice because those do come in chrome.
And the wheels.
I've never been a really huge fan of chrome wheels, so I'm
But
kind
if
of
you have a chrome motorcycle.
yeah, I'd want chrome wheels.
And when I say chrome motorcycle, for those of you who have not seen the photos, I'm not talking about
The
a
engine.
motorcycle with chrome trim. I'm talking about the bike is chrome. Look up the motorcycle.
The entire bike, every part that is normally painted is chrome.
It's chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does look good. It's a cool, I parked this in my living room and
There is a feature on that bike that got me so excited, though. It's the little things.
okay.
The frame.
What about it?
It's not black.
Oh, really?
It's silver.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Because we've talked about how back in the day when they first started doing the Screaming Eagle bikes and stuff like that, they'd have like they did an 07. You have a Screaming Eagle Dyna,
Yeah.
and it was red,
Yep.
and they did a red frame to go with it.
Yeah.
And they'd do a blue bike, and they'd do a blue frame. And in 03, they did a Road King that was gold, and they had a gold frame. And now these CVOs, they all just have a standard black frame.
And I know we have actually talked about that before. Given Harley's paint history, they lots of colors.
They've done some really cool stuff in the past.
They have the ability to paint frames.
Yes.
It's not like they don't. They're not getting them from somewhere else. Really, nope. You can have any color you want as long as it's black.
At one point in time, there was a CVO Fat Boy
Okay.
that before they painted it,
Mm-hmm.
they did the swirl on the metal.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? How
Yeah.
you do a gold leaf or silver leaf.
Yeah.
And then they painted it. But when they drew out the lines for the paint, there was places where there was going to be scallops of the exposed swirled metal
That's
and painted it and then clear coated the whole thing.
see, where's stuff like that?
That's cool.
That's really cool. And it's better than, hey, this one's all black. This one's got a chrome engine and all black.
But I noticed something with the new Street Bobs the other day, and I hadn't even paid attention. I know you can get it in spoked wheels. It's tubeless spokes, so it's perimeter spoke,
Yeah.
like on the Pan America.
Which is nice. because I do like the look of a good spoked wheel.
Yeah, but it's nice being completely tubeless.
Yeah. Especially on a road bike, a street bike, you want it to be tubeless.
Well, it's more convenient when it's tubeless.
Yeah. Well, because you can just get a tire.
Or you can throw a plug in it if you have to on the side
Yes,
of the road.
absolutely.
So, not saying that's the best route, but if you're in the middle of nowhere and you get a hole in your tire, throw a plug in it.
Everybody's had to do it at least once.
It's not, you're going to be fine. I promise you. You're going to be fine.
When you get back home, change the tire.
It's like putting the donut spare on your car. You're going to be fine.
You don't do it forever. It's not forever.
It will get you to where you need to go.
Yep.
Don't get out there and then go, okay, I got this.
That's not, well, I mean,
If
sometimes
you do that and
works.
have an issue,
That's you. You are the issue. You are the issue.
So,
one other piece of interesting news that I saw, and you might have already seen this.
okay.
MotoGP for 2026.
So, I have a lot of questions about that.
I do too, and the article was not very...
No. I've seen 3 different articles on it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things being said here and there.
Yeah.
Outside of people that are just...
Oh, those big Harleys going
Yeah.
around. Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of those comments, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Like, one, what does that mean for Moto America? Does bagger racing stay in Moto America?
Well, and that was going to be my first question. And given that they're both separate entities, this is going to be an entirely different league.
Correct.
So different race series.
So, yeah, hang on. Let us pause 5 seconds for station identification. So, but anyways, yeah.
Now,
I said pause 5 seconds for station identification. You are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast, presented to you by White Lightning and Harley Davidson. Okay, continue.
yes. So
We have the availability to pause now. So if that ever happens, just understand. Life happens.
yes.
Or as Forrest Gump said best, shit happens.
Now, from what I understand, it'll be a completely separate league. And, once we get past all the people, they're like, oh, if Harley wants to be in MotoGP, they should just make a MotoGP bike. I am all for different.
You saw that comment too?
Oh, I saw multiple of those, which, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with, because I'd love for Harley to make an actual sport bike, like a fully fared sport bike.
Well, they did in the late 80s.
Yes. Yeah.
So, one, what does that do to Moto America? 2, I heard this was going to be a Harley only bagger class.
And I saw that too, which is going to be very disappointing, or because it kind of makes me think of like stock car racing. Like, okay, it can only be Fords, or they're only Chevys, which, it's the body it doesn't really matter. It's all about the performance of the rider racer.
Right.
I'm okay with, but that's not how all the other races are.
I would almost be fine if they would take some sort of, come up with some sort of chassis. That's a bagger chassis.
Yes.
Okay. And we're basically just going body work, not necessarily chassis.
Mm-hmm.
But front fender, rear fender, saddlebags, and a fairing design. That's a fairly universal-ish fairing. Or if Harley wants to pay for the rights to be like, it has to be a road glide fairing type deal.
Yeah.
Like how stock car is.
Mm-hmm.
And then go, okay, here's the parameters on your chassis.
Build whatever engine you want in there, as long as it
Correct.
fits within a certain size or design or something.
Because if they did that, I feel like it would open it up more. You'd have a lot more privateer teams.
Yeah.
Because you'd have like, oh, here comes the RevZilla team on the S&S 124.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean,
because if you went, like, because of NASCAR, okay, they essentially have a universal chassis and a universal body, and they put a different badge on it.
Yep.
Okay. But if it's Toyota, it's got a Toyota powered V8 underneath it. If it's a Ford, it's got a Ford powered V8 underneath it. And then they put their parameters on a push rod and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with NASCAR on that part. I have a problem with the fact that it rains and all of a sudden they can't drive.
Because they didn't stop this past weekend.
Correct. So, like, that's the thing. I think people would still watch it if they kind of put that parameter on it. Because at the end of the day, if you watch MotoGP racing.
Yes.
Okay. The bikes aren't that different.
No. When you get to that style of bike, there's minute differences.
Correct.
They're,
it's
engines.
All in the technology of what's in the engine, what's in the suspension, and the rider capabilities.
Correct. Now, I would, and this is something that we talked about last week, I'd like to open it up where it's not just, let's just say, Harleys, Indians, kind of like how, King
that's what I'm saying.
is.
If they did that would open it up.
Yeah.
Because then you could go, Kawasaki could go, well, we have this 1700cc V-twin. Because if they went, it's got to be a V-twin.
Okay.
Pushrod engine of at least this X amount of displacement. So they went 1700 cc's or 1600 cc's or whatever. Okay. No less than, no more than.
Yeah. Give them a range.
Okay. Well, then Kawasaki could go, cool. We have a 1700cc V-twin pushrod engine that we put in our Volquero.
Yep.
Basically, here's our chassis design that we can do. Because we're limited. Boom, there it is.
Yamaha has their 1800 or whatever it is.
And Honda would probably jump on board and do it.
Because, they still have the VTX 1800 engine.
Right.
That's sitting in a warehouse somewhere. They probably have thousands of them that they've never used.
That they've never sold from 2006. So, like, that's the thing about it. It's 100% they can do it. Yeah, because Yamaha has the Raider engine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a 1700. Sorry, I said 1800.
Well, the Kawasaki's a 1700.
Yeah.
The Volquero.
And then Suzuki
doesn't do anything.
It's just an M109R.
Suzuki, speaking of the better Suzuki of the two Suzukis that exist, they just released a concept for a new vehicle.
Did they?
And I was like, I like that.
The Swift?
No, it's that. So it's not for America market,
of course.
So it's the Jimmy 4-door truck.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I would rock that.
Yeah. But going back to the MotoGP with baggers, I am really curious to see how it'll end up affecting Moto America, King of the Baggers. Obviously, Moto America is a U.S.-based racing league, so everything that they do is here in the United States.
Correct.
MotoGP is worldwide.
Correct.
Now, is one going to diminish the other?
Well, and here's the other question. If Harley corporate gets behind this, how do they back it? Okay. I feel it's completely capable. In the States, they stay with Moto America. We only have, 4 MotoGP races that happen in the States?
I think so.
I think they do one at Circuit de Americas, which is COTA.
Yeah.
Road America.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I felt like at one point in time they did one at Southwest. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
but anyways, and then
Laguna, isn't it Laguna Seca?
I think at Laguna Seca.
Yeah,
and then maybe at Barber has Moto.
I don't think
MotoGP's on Barber.
I don't think.
Anyways,
so.
I felt like there was
they
like
don't have many
3 or
races
4
in the United
races.
States. Yeah.
Correct. So why not let Harley Davidson Europe or whatever?
Yeah.
Or I think Harley calls it Harley US and then Harley Worldwide. But let Harley Worldwide handle all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And then Harley US still focuses on Moto America.
I feel like that would be the better way to do it. That way, because you don't want to lose support on either side or appear that you're giving one side more.
Correct. I also feel like if Harley all of a sudden decided King of the Baggers was not happening anymore.
Yeah. I feel like
You
that
would still
series would
see-
get picked up by other people.
Well, I think you would still see Harley branded stuff and I don't mean people coming, Harley branded stuff at the races.
Yeah.
I feel like you would still see like Harley sponsoring
Something.
races and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think they would completely dissolve themselves from that.
No, because this was part of the whole big thing about like when they had made the announcements years ago about they were pulling out of UFC, and everybody's like, well, what are they going to do? Well, everybody that was into motorcycles, into racing went, well, hopefully they're going to get back into racing.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Yeah. Which I think is great. They should. I think every successful every car manufacturer, motorcycle company has always been involved in some sort of racing.
I don't think the branding dollars from UFC was making a difference. I feel like it does in Moto America.
Yeah, because you actually
in
get
racing.
to see the products.
Well, not only do you get to see the products, but they do stuff like where they come out and do demos and all that other
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
it also it builds hype. I mean, about that stuff, because as much as people want to bitch about that $110,000 Road Glide, they sold them.
Yep. But you can buy that bike would have never came about without the bagger racing.
Correct.
In the United States. They would have never done it. Just like Indian would have never done that.
Most of these companies, and especially the car companies like BMW and Mercedes and stuff like that, and BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, GM with the Corvette, they all compete in GT2 and GT3 racing for one purpose alone: trickle down technology.
Well, yeah.
They build the technology for the racetrack, they develop it and slowly develop it into automotive technology or standard road use technology.
Yep.
People can say that's not true, but everybody in the country right now that drives a hybrid, guess what? That started out with Formula One racing.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world right now that has a dual clutch transmission, that started out with racing.
Yes. And
Everybody right now that has inverted front suspension on their motorcycle, I don't care what brand it is, it started out with racing.
I mean, that is definitely true.
So, I mean, it's people get mad when you start talking about, oh, well, that trickle down of technology. And they're like, well, no, it's not.
Well, it is.
You could walk into the dealership now and buy inverted Olins for your bagger.
Yeah. Well, and I think the problem is when you talk about that trickle down technology, it's not something like, oh, they put it in, this year in whatever motorsport, doesn't matter what it is, and you get it on the production floor next year. No, it might be 10 years down the road before it comes onto a production standard vehicle that you buy on a lot somewhere. Yeah. But it's still, that's where it was developed, tuned, practiced.
BMW had active aero on the original M1.
Mm-hmm.
What year did active aero kind of become a thing on cars? And BMW still doesn't even really have active aero outside of the auto spoiler.
They have it on a few of their M series cars, like the actual M cars, not the M. Just because you have a 340M does not mean it's an M car. I can buy the badges too. It's okay.
But you get what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
I don't mean not on the level of active aero what those cars have.
But see, like, it's trickled down in different ways too.
Right, but okay. You know what else has been a major trickle down from racing?
Ceramic brakes.
That almost every auto manufacturer uses now. Almost every. I'm talking the cheapest of the cheapest auto manufacturers partake in it.
Okay.
Composite materials like carbon fiber.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Like, you wanted a lightweight car to race in.
I mean, you go back 30 years ago,
everything was made out of metal.
It was like, oh my God, those race cars have a carbon fiber chassis.
Yeah. Now it's just expected.
And now Lamborghini sells a street car that doesn't even have seats. They just put padding straight to carbon fiber chassis.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a high end luxury sports
That's a bad
car.
example.
Yeah.
But what BMW, I mean, I would say even if you walked into a BMW dealership right now and bought the cheapest model BMW, there's something on that somewhere that's carbon fiber.
Probably, or some sort of composite material.
Right. And when I say composite material, everybody is always like, "What do you mean fiberglass?" Yeah, there's nothing wrong with fiberglass.
No. Unless you own like a 80s Corvette, then
Corvettes have always been fiberglass. Unless it's a kit car, then it's plastic. Or a C5. But you know what else is plastic? Saturns.
they've always been plastic.
They've always been plastic.
I don't think they ever made anything out of metal.
That Saturn did have the best commercial to advertise, though, that their bodies were plastic. It was the guy driving the Saturn around the driving range. And the golf balls were just hitting the car and they're just bouncing off. So, anyways, I digress.
But I'm excited to see another racing league. Like, look, I love all the racing. More people on motorcycles, great, fantastic. I hope they open it up like we discussed. You know, here's a chassis that you have to fill in with, and then everything else is as long as you meet the parameters. Because I will be disappointed if they say it's got to be Harley Davidson.
Well, everybody that's bitching online.
Yes.
The only thing I was reading, or the only thing going through my mind when I saw these people bitching about it, I was like, I will give you an RC215V to ride.
Yeah.
And if you win, I'll let you keep the bike. I'll pay for it out of my checkbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
That check's going to bounce, but
The people on Facebook.
Yes.
I'm not talking about somebody that hasn't commented on Facebook.
yes, I know.
Okay. And I will put you at Road Atlanta, and I'll take Kyle Wyman and put him on his road glide.
Yep. That
And
slow
5 lap
Harley,
race.
that 600-pound Harley.
A 5-lap race, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Here's the catch, too. If he's more than a full lap ahead of you, you have to give me the RC215V out of your checkbook.
Yeah.
And I'll be more than happy to ride that RC215V because you know it's going to be in my possession at the end of that race.
Absolutely.
The thing about it is like these people that are bitching about this have never talked to some of these racers, because I guarantee you these super high-end MotoGP guys are stupid excited about the possibility of that happening.
Well, I mean,
They love it.
This past weekend when we were down there, one of the guys on the Indian was a former MotoGP.
He retired last year from MotoGP,
Exactly.
and he's racing Indians this year.
Yeah, because it's still fun. It's still racing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were joking calling it the retirement league because that's kind of what the bagger racing has become, is the retirement league.
Yeah.
It's all those guys are professional racers that are at the end of their career, and they're like, I'm going to go do this for 3 or 4 years and I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to call it the end.
Yeah. And it's very exciting racing. They're doing a lot of good work out there.
It's not stressful because they're not doing
200 plus miles an hour.
well, and they're not doing 50 races a year.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
They're doing like 9.
Yeah. Which, if you think about it, it also makes it easier for these privateer teams to get in there and race, because you can afford 9 races as opposed to 30.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of money. And it opens it up to a lot of people, which is great. So if you've never watched any of the bagger racing, the King of the Baggers, you should definitely at least watch it once.
Yeah.
You know, if you're one of these people that are doubting it.
Well, and do you see the guy comment about, I wonder how they're going to feel when they go down, when they high side at 120 miles an hour? Bro, we've watched them high side at 120 miles an hour.
And they get back on and
they get back on the bike and start it and go. Their bikes, those bikes, the super hooligan bikes and the baggers hold together better in those accidents
yes.
than the sport bikes do. Because when
Yeah.
those sport bikes crash, keep in mind, same pace, because no one's running 150 through 10A, 10B.
Mm-mm.
Same pace. Okay. The only difference in those races, we talked about it. What is it on that 2.1 miles? It's a 10-second difference between the fastest bike and the baggers.
Yes.
And even then, on the back stretch, it's like a 7-mile-an-hour difference on top speed. A 600-pound Harley still running
Or Indian.
Indian still running 183 miles an hour on the back stretch.
Yeah. But it's just a slow Harley.
Yeah. Y'all listen to that. This is Daniel, who is not a Harley guy.
No. I'm actually not a traditional American V-twin guy.
And he's sitting here telling y'all that the comments that people are making online is stupid because they don't, it's just uneducated.
Yeah. Like, look, if it was a race series and it was people like you bringing your street glide out there, or, then yes, I 100% understand the comments. But that is not what this is. These are fully race prep motorcycle. Like, this is not a. Yeah. He doesn't have a 6-pack of beer in one of those saddlebags to make weight.
He could
because he has saddlebags.
He could. He has to cut the zip ties to get the beer out.
Yeah, I'd really hate that.
So,
no, I'm excited for it. I hope it does actually turn into something where a lot more manufacturers get involved in it, because if that happens, Moto America might actually open up their series. Because right now it's limited to just Harley Davidson and Indian.
Well, and that's in the rules.
That is in the rules.
Now, that's why I said if they would change the rules, to be more like stock car type rules,
yep,
I feel you would see a bunch more people, because they have to be current production motorcycles. Okay. So, get rid of that rule.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be a major production motorcycle. Okay? Because if you, for the most part, go with a stock style chassis.
Yeah.
Across the board. And stock style plastics. Across the board.
And then as long as the engine meets the specific parameters set forward. Every one of these Japanese manufacturers made a V-twin at some point. A bigger CC V-twin.
Well, not just that. Think about the possibilities of the privateer teams running
an SNS motor,
and Rotax, and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. See, KTM 1690.
And those people in other countries, too, that are laughing at the Americans wanting to run their Harleys in MotoGP, I present to you Nicky Hayden.
Yeah.
And what does his family do now? Rides in Moto America.
Mm-hmm.
His whole freaking family rides Moto America. And guess what? 2 of them race Harleys. One of them rides a Honda during one race and then jumps on his road glide. Mr. Hayden Gillum.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Because they know there's none of those racers on that track at Moto America.
Yeah.
Have any doubt what those Harleys can do.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
So,
no. You have a bike that's specifically made to race.
Right.
It just happens to be based on a larger style motorcycle.
The problem is all these MotoGP guys look at a Harley and they go, "Hell yeah, brother." But those same guys are the same ones that roll into Nightfall and go,
yes. Oh my God. Yes, it's the exact same people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I hate social media.
I know, I do too. It's so bad sometimes. Like, I appreciate it because it keeps everybody connected, but Jesus, some people don't need to talk.
You said it nicer than I did. And we'll leave it at that. This is why the First Amendment is what it is.
Yep.
And then the Second Amendment is what it is. Because my name is Matt. None of your business. What?
That video was funny.
I watched it right before I came over here.
Where are you from? America.
Yeah.
What part? The United part.
I love Walton Goggins. He's so hilarious.
It was one that I had to send you.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
I sent it to Sean.
Did you?
Yeah. So, anyways, Monday, I get to go to a meeting up in Maryville.
Okay.
To go ahead and start getting the planning together for Trail Jam.
Okay.
I encourage you, if you are an ADV rider listening to us and you have the time, come to Trail Jam, October 9th through the 12th. It's a fun time. You'll meet a bunch of other riders. If you're an ADV rider that's not a Pan Am rider and you laugh about the Pan Ams, come to Trail Jam. Your opinion might be changed.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first went to March Meadow Madness, there was 5 Pan Americas there.
Now, you had quite a few last time.
There was like over 50 there this last time.
Harley's just trying to get into everything, aren't they?
They're not bad at it.
No, they're doing it.
I mean, like I said, they have built MotoGP bikes.
Yes, they have.
They have built full-blown race bikes.
They have.
And a Sportster is still probably one of the most versatile, can do whatever you want to motorcycles with.
Yeah. They've also built golf carts,
They have. They've built golf carts, snowmobiles, bowling balls, and bowling pins. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting year.
It is absolutely going to be an interesting year.
One more thing to note. I'll do this while we're sitting here.
I'm just excited we actually had something to talk about
Pull
today.
this up on my phone. All right. You ready for this?
Okay.
We are 81 days and 16 hours until we pull out for Sturgis.
Goodness. Was that a Keith text message this morning?
Oh, no, I have a countdown on my phone, too.
Hey, everybody. This is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.